Today we are working with our friends at Power Lodge in beautiful Onamia, Minnesota. Hi folks, I'm Heath with Two Guys in Ride. Today I'm in beautiful Onamia, Minnesota, and I am at Power Lodge, and I'm here with Eric. Eric, thanks for having us today.
Hi, my name is Eric, and I'm happy to be here today, Nathan. So today we're going to talk about the all-new Sea-Doo Switch Cruise model, an 18-foot, the 230 horse option.
Ooh. Now, let's just start right here on the outside. What is the material on the pontoons and underneath?
This is made of Polytech material. So it's a lighter weight, more, how do I say, dent resistant, scratch resistant material than your conventional aluminum pontoon.
Okay, and it's built in sections, right? So if something gets damaged, you can replace just a section. Basically kind of where you see the lines here.
Where all the lines are going, these are replaceable sections. So that way if you get any dock damage or if another watercraft runs into the side of it, it is easily replaceable.
Okay, now on the inside, this is obviously a skin cover.
Correct.
What's underneath it for frame? Okay, it's foam filled?
Foam filled, and it has a Polytech frame underneath it as well to keep the weight down.
Okay.
So the idea behind this pontoon is so that way somebody with a smaller SUV has the ability to transport it versus having to buy a full-size pickup.
Full size, right. Okay. Man. And they do come in a couple of different colors, right?
They do. There is a Caribbean blue, this is Coral Blast, and they also have a yellow.
Okay. This is this a cloth or a
That
canvas?
is a canvas.
It's a canvas.
That is a canvas side covering, so that way it's easily replaceable if you would damage it.
Okay, and then you've got a couple of tie-off areas right here.
Dock ties, yep.
Okay, and then
also you
navigation lights.
Yep, nav docking lights.
And then I would guess that this is probably part of this as well, or are these two separate pieces?
Those are two separate pieces.
Okay, so each of them is replaceable separately.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we're going to walk up front here and talk a little bit about the tri-tunes.
Yeah.
This one is really big.
It is. So that's a wider center tunes for stability.
Okay.
Also for storage, and that's where the engine is.
All right, so how much of this concept that we're going to see today did Sea-Doo take from their PWCs?
Majority of it, actually.
Okay.
This has been in concept work since the early 2000s.
Wow. So this came off of
a GTI model.
GTI.
Correct.
Just widened a little bit.
Correct. Yep.
If you haven't been on a tri-tune before, one of the benefits of it is that it corners much better than a traditional pontoon.
Stability and handling.
When you turn, it's like turning on a jet ski.
It is.
It just kind of banks like a boat and goes right around.
Correct.
Underneath here
is storage for anchor. So built-in anchor storage. So it's quick removable. And then that way you can pull your anchor out and you don't have to have it on your deck and in your way. And
it's right there.
Yeah. Nice convenient location for it.
I also like that they add a little bit of,
a little bit of
area right here. So if you need to step out to attach to a dock or whatever, something you can do that. Okay. Since we're right out front, we got the trailer here in plain view. I do like the steps.
Right.
Here in Power Lodge in Onamia, does this come as a whole package?
It is a package deal. When you buy a Sea-Doo Switch, you are going to get the trailer with it.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. A lot of people around here don't sell a trailer with a pontoon because a lot of people just put it in the lake and then take it back out and it's the only time they use it. But that does come with it. So that's a very nice trailer.
And the trailer does have electric trailer brakes.
It does. Okay. Is this just design right here?
That is design, correct.
Okay.
The horn is built into this one.
Oh, so that one does have the horn, so hence they match the design. There's the purpose of it. Okay, so right side's got the horn in it. This is just a matching design to make it look nice. Okay, I notice you've got bolts here and on the other orange side. So are these actually, when you have to repair something, can you just remove just this section?
Yep, we could take sections apart on this vessel, and actually the whole pontoon side of it, the outer ones we can pull off of from the center hull on the frame. Okay.
All right, let's go around the back side and talk about, this has got a jet motor on it.
It does. Yep.
So let's take a look at that. Okay, so we got a lot going on at the back end here.
There is.
So,
so this is an add-on swim platform that comes with the cruise and the sport models.
Okay, so it doesn't come with every model, but it does with these.
The cruise and the sports.
And you can get it as an option on any model.
On a standard, correct.
Okay, so you've got the link system in here.
Adapter plates,
which if you use a Sea-Doo, a jet ski, you're going to be very familiar with these.
Correct. Yep, or even a Skidoo or a Can-Am.
There you go.
So your storage boxes, coolers, accessories, all lock in on these link adapter plates.
And it's really easy because all you do is squeeze this
to hide it away so you don't stub your toe on it.
And it goes back in again. All right, now here to the main feature here.
With our jet drive system.
230 horsepower.
Correct. So on the back of this machine here, we have the jet drive system on it, which has an impeller with a wear ring that sometimes people suck up sand and debris and we have to replace for them, but it is an easy and cost-effective replacement. Okay. So it's not totally out of line. And then it also has a brake and reverse system. They call it IBR, Intelligent Brake and Reverse.
Okay, so if I'm thinking right, basically what that means is the engine doesn't actually change direction.
It does not. Nope, it just drops the gate down to create reverse propulsion off of the gate.
All right, and you'll see up later when we're up on the deck where those controls are to drop that gate down and the throttle. So, okay, what are these?
Those are what do you call diffusers. So those help act as stability fins for when you're banking your turns. Okay. And they are adjustable, but they're a fixed adjustment.
Okay, they're a fixed, you would adjust them.
You'd have to pull these bolts out and adjust them accordingly.
Okay, but they are adjustable.
They are. Yep.
Okay, you got two holes on either side coming out.
So these are clean outs. That is for when we want to flush it out for the exhaust and heat exchanger plate. The one thing with Sea-Doos is they run a closed loop cooling system. So they actually don't take lake water into the engine. They just take lake water into the exhaust and into the heat exchanger plate. Otherwise they run like a lifetime coolant inside the engine, so you don't have any contaminants introduced.
Okay, and then you've got another hole right up here.
So that is going to be for your bilge.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You know, you can kind of see underneath here where this platform attaches. So if this wasn't on, your switch would end right here.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Without the added swim deck.
Now, I noticed that on the sides of the center pontoon, you've got a short, probably 1.5 2 foot long, almost looks like a shelf that's been turned upside down. What is that?
Correct. That is also help for stability in your turning.
Okay. And boy, these corner nicely. Let me tell you.
They do.
All right. Two other things I want to point out right here is that you do have, I believe this is a
ski eye.
Okay, it's a ski eye.
Yep.
So
you can hook up your tube or skier or wakeboarder off the back of the water.
Okay. And that's what I thought, because you know, with a 230 horsepower engine, you're going to have that capability, so you want the ability to do it.
Yep.
But you do also sell an accessory that actually puts a pole on.
Correct. Yep. We also offer a ski pylon kit, so that way it raises it up so you have a better angle to get your wakeboarder or skier out of the water with ease.
And then you also have your outlet here for your rear light.
Rear navigation.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, and when you put, I should say, if you get the ski pole, then you get a slightly different
adapter
for there, just because of how and the ski pole's offset, so you don't have to remove this.
Correct. Nope.
When you see it in the picture, you're going to see, well, that's like right underneath that bar. How do you do that? So that's how they do it. Okay. Now
this also has a swim ladder built in.
I was just going to say. Oh, look at
so
that.
It hides away.
That really does hide away because it matches the other side.
Correct.
There isn't a ladder on that side too, is there?
Nope.
Okay, that's really nice. So that's the other thing I was asked. Do we have
ability to board the vessel
from the rear,
water.
which you have to have by Coast Guard regulations, but
correct.
Okay, and then what is this hole right here?
That is a clean out as well.
Okay, another cleanout.
Yep, a cleanout for your outer tunes. Each side has that.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's step inside. All right. Whoa, Eric, there are so many things to talk about up in here.
There's a lot going on here.
So let's just start with these mats.
Movable tiles.
Yeah.
So these tiles can pop out, and we can move them all over the floor wherever you'd like. So these make it nice where the grandkids are walking around barefoot.
Yep.
So that way they don't have a hard surface to step on. And this is a closed cell foam, so these do float if they
Oh, if
fly
they go
overboard.
overboard. I didn't think about that, but yes,
That makes
at
a
speed
difference.
you forget and whoosh.
Correct.
I'm sure there's been several put in a lake already.
There has.
Okay, so that's nice. And so you can buy as many of those as you want. It comes with the ones you see.
Correct.
So if you wanted 2 additional ones for the front, you could purchase
Definitely
those
add
separately.
those on. Yep.
Okay, so the seats are a combination. I mean, it looks like it's almost like a fabric on the
Yep,
top.
correct.
Okay.
A vinyl and a canvas.
And then a canvas right here.
Correct.
I do like the color. I just don't think it would heat very much.
No.
You know, in hotter weather as you're out in the lake. You know, so one of the interesting things about the Switch is how configurable it is.
Correct.
So everywhere we see these holes in the tiles, so you can put a piece of furniture there.
Correct.
So theoretically, you could take these tables that you see in the corner, and you could put one right there if you want.
Right in the center. Or we could take these couches, flip them around so they face the outside, so that way you can fish off the side of the boat.
Yeah, right. Literally, you could take that couch, put it here, face that way. Take this one, put it where my feet are.
Correct.
And face it the other way. Or you could, you know, I mean, you could take a couch and face it this way. I mean,
Yep.
it's each module, like what I'm sitting on, is it fits onto one square.
Correct.
So the couch doesn't have to go together.
Nope.
You can take one of those seats and move it. So there are a couple tiles in the boat that you cannot hook things to besides the soft pads because they're either engine cover or
It's too close to the helm.
is too close to the helm. So you've got everything else. You can switch the furniture from the back to the front.
Or you can completely wipe the deck if you want it wide open, just to.
Right, if you want all that space to be open, you can do that.
Correct.
And the way you take these out, you show us.
It
I'll
is a
grab your
really-
mic for you.
It is a really convenient way to remove a piece of furniture. Is there's a little lift lever that you pull and remove.
And there it is. And that's it.
That's it.
Man.
And to put it back in place, it falls back into the slotted tile, and we lock it down.
So, is there storage underneath that?
There is storage. Under each seat, there's built in. So you just flip the seat up from the backside forward, and each place has a storage
separate
compartment.
storage. Okay.
They make plates to section off each piece of furniture storage.
Okay, so if you wanted, that's kind of where I was getting. So if I want to take that one and put it by itself, I could buy that divider and put it in,
Correct,
and then
the
it would be
close-off
sealed.
plate. Yep.
Okay. Man, so I mean, I won't even get into all the ways you can configure this thing, but you know, it's
Endless.
It's endless. I mean, and that is just a really neat feature. Now, what we see on the boat right now, that comes with it.
Correct. As this cruise model is configured, as you see it, as it comes with.
Okay. How many passengers does this hold?
This one is an 8-passenger capacity.
Eight passenger. Okay. You've got a set of nice cup holders along with some cubby storage.
Correct.
Right up in the front here.
Yep.
Your gate just opens up like a traditional pontoon gate.
Correct. You just lift and move over. It's on 2 pins.
And that's got some nice heft to it. I mean, it's not super heavy, but I mean, it gives you the feeling of quality.
Correct.
Now, this side I'm sitting on, of course, is exactly the same as yours. So you have storage under both seats right here. You got
Correct.
storage under here. So lots of storage, man. Now, as we move back a little farther, I want to talk about the driver's helm. But before we do, I want to sort of point out 2 things. One is,
Yes.
this does have when you buy it, it does come with a sound system.
It does. Yep.
But everything is built into the driver's helm.
Correct.
There
There's
aren't
2
any speakers anywhere else. So you've got a speaker out the front, which is right here where I'm pointing. And then one is
Pointed towards the back.
the back.
Correct.
Okay. But there is an optional sound system you can get.
JL makes an audio kit through BRP that
Okay.
we can add on, that we could either put in the front or in the...
And it goes right where these are sitting.
Correct. Yep.
So that's just really cool. And it does for both. If you did that, it would replace both of these.
Correct.
Or
Yep.
the back ones, right?
It is
but you
2
still,
corners that you get with the system.
okay. So you still get the cup holders on no matter what.
Correct.
You do have additional to have a little bit of storage right here with the netting.
You do. Yep.
Okay. And then
what is a life preserver, or
we could put a lot of things back there, right? So what's behind this panel?
So that is to get at the wiring harnesses.
Okay.
On the helm.
So nothing you would normally need to get into,
Correct.
but it's an access panel.
Correct.
Okay. Now, just to the my left of the driver's helm is your
fuel fill.
Fuel fill.
Yep.
So it's actually inside the boat cover.
Correct. So it is accessible from the exterior of the pontoon. So when you pull up to the gas pumps, you just open up.
It's a zipper.
Canvas. There's a zipper opening.
It's right there.
Yep.
But it's not exposed, which is, I mean, that's just a unique concept. I mean, that's really neat. And it's completely out of the way. Completely out of the way. All right. So let's step back and let's talk a little bit more about the helm. So, I mean, this is set up like a
conventional PWC.
Yeah.
It is the same controls, and anybody who's familiar with operating a jet ski or a Sea-Doo would be.
This would be the exact. It's right off of them.
Yep.
Okay. So earlier we were talking about the drop gate that comes down.
The IBR. So intelligent brake and reverse. So this lever controls that gate. As you press that lever, it will drop the gate down.
Okay.
And if you continue to hold that lever and hitting the opposing lever, that is your throttle, that is going to create reverse propulsion for reverse.
So, oh wow. So you can come to a really fast stop.
If you need to.
Not only can you drop the gate, but you can accelerate.
Correct. Create reverse propulsion as you're slowing down.
Wow. Okay. So I've got to ask, you know, so you got the throttle right here on the right side. Do you have a cruise control?
You do. There is a cruise control right here.
Okay, so you don't have to, you know, if you're worried about that traditional throttle, well, I can just put it here and leave it.
And you can adjust it for 1 mile per hour increments.
Okay, and that's what happens over here on the right side.
Correct.
With the arrows and the OK button.
Correct.
Okay, and so this one turns the cruise on or off.
Yep.
Or does it actually set the cruise?
It'll set the cruise, so whatever speed you're doing, when you engage the cruise, that's where it's going to be set.
That's where it's going to go when you push that button.
And then you adjust accordingly.
Okay. Then you have, explain each of these other buttons here quick.
So over here we have the mode switch, which is going to give you Eco mode, which is a detuned version, so that way you have more controllability, or for a novice operator.
Okay.
Then we have a standard operating mode, where it's going to give you a little more performance.
Okay.
Not quite all the top end that the machine is capable of. And then we have a sport mode, and that's going to open it up so the throttle body actually engages wide open right out of the gate, and it will continue to hold it wide open all the way through to the top end.
Okay, so
the speed on this vessel here will hit right around 40 miles an hour.
Okay, so basically, if you have a kid that's going to take it out, that's old enough to drive, you maybe put an eco mode. That way, the throttle isn't so sensitive, right?
Correct. Yep.
No doubt they'll figure that out quickly, but it's really neat that it has modes. I mean, that's like a car.
Again, adaptable.
So then, okay, let's keep going here. We have a down arrow, and then you have
this is a VTS. That's a variable trim system. That is going to control your trim on how to get to plane.
Okay.
And then it has IDF, which is intelligent debris free. So say you're in the shallows and you suck up some weeds.
Yep.
In order to dislodge those weeds, we can engage the IDF, and that will create reverse propulsion on the impeller to blow them back out the gate.
Oh, interesting. So therefore saving yourself a trip to the dealer.
Correct.
That is ingenious.
Or having to go all the way back to the landing and try to pull out the debris
by
yourself.
Hand.
Correct.
Okay. We know that these two up and down arrows on the right side
for your cruise control,
for increasing or decreasing your cruise control.
And your other modes are going to be to get through your settings, your options on your display.
Okay. All right. So because you got a multi information
digital
display. Okay. So then what does the Garmin do?
So the Garmin, it's a 7-inch touchscreen. That is a GPS navigation system that comes with the sport and the cruise models.
Okay. Is it an option on the other ones?
It is an option that we could add to a standard switch model.
Okay.
Now this Garmin has also capabilities of being a fish locator. So we just have to, an accessory transponder that we'd add on, and it's a through-hull transponder. Okay,
so it's not set up when you buy it that way, but if you wanted that option to fish, you could certainly do that.
Definitely.
Okay. Then these two are just, well, these are dummy buttons.
Correct. Those are blanks for accessories. And then we have, that is for your bilge.
Okay.
And then this is to vent the gases out of your engine compartment.
Okay, sure. Yep, like an IO.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep. And then over here we have for your dock lights and anchor lights.
Okay, and then of course a horn. Okay, and then what is this switch for?
So this is for the courtesy lights, and then you have 2 LEDs. You have one face towards the back, one towards the front. So that way people can see you.
There you go. Yeah, so you got a little light at night.
Correct.
Wow, built in, you can't even see it. Okay, then underneath this you got, what, just storage here?
This is storage for your owner's manual and your key, and also a dual USB plug-in to charge your phone.
And you do actually have a cell phone holder in here too.
Correct.
That you know, the kind that will strap around your phone, so you
Correct.
can leave it in there and it's not going to rattle.
And then you can plug it in so it doesn't go dead on you when you're playing your music.
There you go.
Since it has a built-in Bluetooth audio system.
And that's what this, these buttons are for. Okay.
Correct.
And then you've got, of course, 2 nice cup holders here. They also work as cell phone holders. You can sit your cell phone right in there.
Yep.
The steering wheel, does that adjust up or down or pull out?
It is not. It is a fixed steering wheel.
Okay, and that's on all models.
Correct.
Okay, so let's talk about the captain's chair for a minute. So
it has 2 seating positions, of course, the way you're sitting, and then also has a raised position. So that way when you want to look backwards and to see who you're pulling and towing,
you have a little raised seat.
Correct.
Which is very nice.
And it's a little more comfortable on them long rides too.
So now let's talk about what's behind us. Back here you've got 2 seats right here.
Correct.
And these are just like the front ones.
Just like the front,
so they'll
same
unclip.
furniture.
You can
unclip,
put them wherever you want.
Adaptable.
Okay. So, and then these seats are kind of interesting. These ones you were showing me earlier, but there's a little lever that you pull.
To flip it up, because this would be in the transport position.
But then to fold them down,
you just pull down.
You just pull them down.
Right. And each seat again has under seat storage.
Even these?
Even these. Every seat has under seat storage. And it does go all the way through to the next unless you add on that.
Right, unless you want to separate and add that divider so it's not open. Okay. And then you do have, of course, corner seating area.
These are padded corners.
If you want just a little different view or a different perch.
Correct.
You got 2 cup holders in here, and this is also where that JBL sound system could go.
Yes.
So you could replace the front ones, or you could, but they do go in the corner ones.
Yep.
And because they are wired in permanently, those aren't things you would be able to move then after that.
Correct. Once they're wired in place, that's where they would stay.
Okay. So, you know, sitting back at this angle, I've noticed something under the driver's dash or the helm area on the right that I hadn't seen before. It looks like a short ram mount. I mean, it's just a little plastic stick with a ball at the end. So what is that for?
So that is for a desk key. That's a digital encoded security system that CDU utilizes on all their watercrafts.
So it's keyless.
Correct.
And and there's obviously a sensor in there. If it pops off, it kills the engine.
Correct.
All right. So let's talk about the bimini top. The first thing I notice is just the nice aluminum structure.
Correct.
Okay. So obviously it goes up and down.
It does.
So
it's a collapsible bimini top.
All right. So when it collapses, what direction does it go?
It goes to the front.
It does. So it goes right over the driver's helm area.
Correct.
Okay. And I do notice that you've got a little bit of a pocket here. Is that actually meant for like light storage as well?
Light storage, yeah. You could throw some life vests, you know, lighter items up here.
Right. Yeah.
Put away, so that way they're not on your deck.
Okay. And then I noticed these little clips in the ceiling.
That is when you collapse your bimini top, so it holds it together, so that way it doesn't blow up and going down the road.
Oh, okay. And then you got a little zipper here, but that's just to attach it to this center bar.
Yep, your center bow.
Okay, so you know the question I have is, how hard is it to do?
To collapse this?
Yeah.
Very simple.
All right. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And there's 4. And basically 5. Oh, I'll pick that up. Huh.
And there's 2 straps, and then you can transport.
Wow. So, I mean, that comes down, that's pretty easy. So, let's put it back up. Well,
Very simple.
I like that. You know, it's a nice cover. Now, There is, I think, an option you can get to extend this.
Correct. There's a double bimini option that it
Okay.
can, so it covers the whole deck.
And if you do that, my understanding is you get rid of this pocket area.
You do. Yep.
Which isn't any big deal. You got tons
The
of
pocket
storage.
area actually moves up further.
So, oh, there is a pocket area up even
Correct.
further. Oh,
Yep,
so you
we
don't
just have to
lose it. It
remove
just
it.
moves.
Correct.
So this part gets removed and attached to the other one.
Correct.
And that goes in right through here.
Yep.
Okay.
What's
Wow.
on this frame?
We know what an incredible pontoon, Eric. I mean, this is.
They even have a camper enclosure. So when we have the double bimini, we can
Yeah.
enclose the whole pontoon.
Oh, the whole really?
Yep. And it's
So
a
if you're-
screen or plastic. So that way if it's raining out or the mosquitoes aren't.
Oh, really? So
agreeable for the
it's
evening.
screen and plastic together.
Correct.
So you can unzip the plastic and have the air.
Yep.
Or wow. Yeah, it's just amazing. You know, the whole concept of the boat. I've wanted to take a close look at one for a long time. You know, this is fascinating. A couple of quick last questions. So availability. I'm a customer. I see this video and I decide I would like to look at one of those. I'd like to purchase one. What do you have them in stock here?
So we do. We have actually quite a few models in stock at here in our Ramsey location.
Okay, and you have the various different models. You have
We do.
Because they go from what, 13 feet?
A compact series
Wow.
all the way up to 21 foot long.
Okay.
And with engine options from 130 horse up to 230 horsepower. which is
Depending on the
modular.
trim that you buy.
Correct.
Okay, man. All right. So, what about warranty?
Warranty on these, you're looking at 2 years. It'd be a 24-month warranty.
Okay, and covers everything.
It's going to be about a stern.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, Eric, thank you so much for taking us through
thank you
this
so much, Nathan.
Sea-Doo Switch. We really appreciate it. What a fascinating boat.
Yeah, appreciate you coming in.
All right, thanks for watching.